morning. Good morning on both screens now.
Good morning.
Welcome to Coffee Beanery Sip and Share. I'm Britton.
I'm Patti.
And Will.
And Will.
And Will. Love Valentine's Day.
Laurie's at her meeting today, but I also have a really nice cold.
I noticed as soon as you came in today, I was like, oh man, you feel all stuffed up.
Yeah, I don't feel as tired as yesterday though.
That's good. Nothing like a good cold though.
I came in here and took a nap yesterday for like an hour and a half.
Good call.
I need to lay down.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a secret move in here.
How are you with colds? You get man colds?
No, to be honest, I just get a bad headache once in a while, and that shuts me down. But
Okay.
other than that, I don't get sick.
Okay.
Like yesterday, Monday, there was for a brief moment, I wasn't feeling that good, but I took a nap later and I was fine.
Felt
that's
better.
good.
That's good. Morning, Mo. Lovely
Yes.
to see you today.
Yeah, I don't get sick that often, but with the kids, they pass it on.
For sure.
Oh,
know,
yeah. Tis the
there's
season.
Only so much you could do.
Yeah. Tis the season for sickness
Yeah.
and not health.
Luckily, it's just so cold. But yesterday, I was just so tired. Today, I feel fine. I just sound horrible.
Yeah. My husband stayed home today, and I'm like, is this a
Morning.
man cold? Am I going to have to check on you 19 times today?
Did we go
Probably.
live on that one, or are we recording a TikTok? Doesn't it look weird?
It does look like we're recording a
It looks
TikTok.
like we're recording a TikTok,
Yeah.
not that we went live.
We might be.
You may just grab it.
We'll see what happens.
Well, I would go hit. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Whatever,
Because
yeah.
we could just post it this way.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
too.
All
Hi,
right.
Jen. Lovely to see you today. So I had jury duty for the first time that I actually had to report yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was a new process for me. I really didn't know what to expect. Luckily, I did not make the jury. But while I was sitting there, they were questioning other jurors. And the questions that people were asked, and then like you could just tell people were like blatantly lying to get out of jury duty. So like, and honestly, it was pretty entertaining.
So could you have like headphones in and not be paying attention, or did you have to pay
No,
attention?
because they we went right into the courtroom like right away. Like they split our group into group A and group B, and then I was group A, and we went right into the courtroom. And there was no like, I mean, they didn't take our phones or anything, but like you had to pay attention to the questions, because then if you got called, they were like, okay, all the questions we just asked, which was like 50.
Oh my
Do
God.
any of those apply to you? And it was a medical malpractice against a hospital. And a lot of people would just say that they hated that hospital, and so they would get out of it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I feel like you
I
might not be
think-
telling the truth. A lot of tears, like people just crying to get out of it.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people who
Morning.
didn't have rides to get there, which the
Morning.
judge chewed them out. It was super entertaining. So
For
luckily,
not having a ride.
yeah, well, because he was like, you got the summons like 3 months ago, you know that you have jury duty. You've got to arrange that. You can't like not have a ride. Like this is your responsibility.
I mean, what are you supposed to buy a car for jury duty?
I
Like,
guess
Yeah.
You know what I
figure it
mean?
out. He was like, this is your responsibility. You have to figure it out.
that's
So
interesting.
yeah, it was very interesting. The excuses people used, and there were so many of us, so many jurors, and we had gotten down to like a really small group, and I was like, they're gonna call me juror 81, waiting for my number. And then they got their last two. I was like, yes, I don't have to do this, because it's
Yeah.
really nerve-wracking to think of like sitting, and then it was a death, the malpractice, and they were like, we're gonna show you photos, and I'm like, are you okay with that? I'm like,
No.
no, I really don't want to see that. And who's going to say, yeah, I'm cool with that?
I
Not,
mean, some people, like if you're in the medical field and stuff, it probably doesn't bug you.
I
as
make
much.
coffee for a living, okay? I do not want to see dead bodies. That is not for me.
Oh, good. I'm
Oh.
glad it was good.
Yeah, 3 pound.
Okay.
Yeah, good choice.
Picked up a 3-pound bag of holiday blend last week. So good.
It's got to be almost
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, I can't imagine we have a lot of
The
any of the
3-pound might be
holiday.
the only thing we have
Yeah,
left.
yeah. Good morning to everybody who I missed while I was
Yeah, Kate.
ranting about
Kate, don't work too hard
duty.
today, Kate.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Deborah.
One
Deborah
of the-
messaged me last night and said she tried our Michigan cherry for the first time and she loved it.
Okay, Mo
Yes.
served on the jury 3 times.
Nice. I served on 3
What's
juries.
a foreman?
Wow. That's the person who has to announce the
Verdicts.
The verdicts,
Oh, I would
yeah.
not like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was trying to Google this morning how long before they can call me again, because I haven't been gotten a summons since like 2014. And then I just got a text at 6 o'clock Monday night, like you're on, you know, show up.
yeah.
And then my son got his first, and he's 20 years old. He got one, and had to go down and answer questions and answer very personal questions in front of a room of like 80 people. Very personal questions.
I've never gotten a summons. I feel like it would be, I wouldn't mind being on like just a normal trial, but I would not want to be on a high profile trial because people ruin your life. Like you need security and stuff after some of that stuff.
Well, and they were like only referring to the jurors by their numbers, but I was sitting behind the hospital side. So they were the defendants. I was sitting behind the defense board. And I could see on their computer screen, they were pulling up the jurors like pictures. And I'm like, where'd you get the pictures from? Because I didn't pose for a photo. So like, where did this come from? And they must be like, and they had sheets on everybody where they like knew more information. And I was like, who's the background on me?
Is it Lie to Me, where they do the jury selection? And it's
I've never heard of it.
Fascinating how they stack the juries.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's like it's not a reality show. It's like a house or something like that. But
I want to know about that.
For sure.
Fascinating.
Yeah, because I think is it the prosecution and defense have to come to an agreement?
Yes.
And so your goal is to like, you're like, okay, we know these jurors are coming in. We want this, and this. Our goal is to get as many people
100%.
here.
You could tell too, like when somebody started answering questions, I'm like, oh, they're out. They're going to be out. Like, oh, they asked if like you're an empath, and she's like, I just have all the feelings. And they're like, number 59, you are excused. So it was pretty funny. And then we'd take a break and come back, and like 3 more people would be gone. And so it was really fascinating because, like I said, I've never gone through the process before.
I was like Patti. I didn't have to go. Trial over here.
Yeah. And that's usually how it is. Usually you call and you don't go. But again, both me and my son in the last 6 months had to go down and do the process. And
one of the moms at gymnastics, she just got a jury duty summons too, but she homeschools her kids and her husband works out of town. And she has a farm. So they're like, you don't have to come.
You don't have to go. There was a couple people who got excused for like, we have a flight, and the trial was supposed to be like a full week. So anybody who had any obligations during that time, but we started with such a huge pool of people, like a huge pool. And by the end of it, there's probably 15 of us left that hadn't even been questioned yet. So I'm like, okay, huh?
Well, and you're like, could I have been questioned at 9 a.m.? Because I would have been gone. You
right?
would have kicked me right off this case.
And I knew because I had experience at that hospital and because of my work with a nonprofit that pays for funeral expenses for children, I knew I was going to get excused. I knew they wouldn't keep me on the jury. And I'm like, hey, just like, let's ask my questions right now. I'm the only one here who's ever had experience on that certain floor of the hospital that we know of. Let me go now. But didn't happen, but it was definitely entertaining. And then when the judge was super nice and funny, but when he got mad at people because he knew they were lying, he's like, I don't care if you don't like the hospital. I'm like, you can't handle the truth. I was into it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yay, I love that. Bill just had a fundraiser with us. And Bill, I responded to your email. I don't know if you saw it yet, but had a really nice, good fundraiser with us. And his group raised a good amount of money. So
I saw that.
If you have questions about fundraising, send us a message because it's pretty awesome.
Mo, that would be a tough trial.
Mo says, I was the foreman on a manslaughter trial. Drunk driver killed a young woman. He was found guilty, and his mother later talked to many of us.
It's substance abuse is so hard. It's such a tough
that's so
thing
sad
to deal with.
And hitting rock bottom is just the worst too.
Well, and then sometimes people find that rock bottom there's like a trap door to a basement with 10 more levels, and it's serious.
That's awful.
I'm just really thankful that my addiction is coffee and skincare because
and
plants. Thank you for adding that.
Your real addiction.
I actually just decided today because one of my plants is getting the fenestrations in it, and I got really excited. I came back to work today and I had a new leaf, and I talked to Vicky for like 5 minutes, and I was like, "You don't care what I'm saying, do you?" That's true.
What did you brew for us today?
I brewed you guys some Valentine inspired coffees to get us in the Valentine's mood, which Might be a weird way to say that.
That's what Will was like. What are you doing for Valentine's Day? I'm like, Dallas has a double header at soccer, gymnastics, and a birthday party.
I literally just saw a meme yesterday, like Valentine's when your parents is. We've got a tournament.
Yeah.
What's on a Saturday?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just brewed some coffees that to me are very Valentine's coffees, which I love.
This one smells very good.
Oh, you know what? That is actually playing something. Do you want to go like hit the side button? Maybe and it'll turn off. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it'll just hush up.
That's perfect.
So we're going to try white chocolate strawberry. So these are just our everyday coffees that we have that, sometimes you just want to taste them again.
You can't even see our cute little
No, you
box.
can't.
Our box of chocolate pods.
Yes. Oh, so you loved your cup.
Thank you. I have one for tomorrow that's basically just like this, but it has like little pearls for the hearts. But I'm wearing it to Dallas's Valentine's Day party at school.
We were talking this morning how their Valentine's party is at 8:45 in the morning.
8:45 a.m. They're gonna have like ice cream and stuff at 8 in the morning.
Can you imagine as a teacher getting the kids sugared up and like, now let's do math?
You know what? First of all, this group of teachers is great, but like they deal with these feral children so well. I don't even know how they keep it in line.
Morning, Laura.
Wild.
Right.
I love that.
Morning, Laura.
Aw, nice to see you, Laura. I'm glad you're having some coffee, Beanery coffee. You've got great taste, in our opinion. Everybody here has got great taste.
This is good.
This
Great.
Is good.
This is really good.
Yeah, I love our white chocolate.
Yeah, I'm just a black espresso guy, everybody. So this is
and then he's like, well, maybe.
You guys, I told you
it's the season. It's Valentine.
If I have to.
When we were in Jamaica and Will made friends with the coffee bar, I knew. Like, I'm literally was hugging them on our way to the bus to take us to the airport. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Only Will. But yeah, I have also our little heart coffee box full of pods.
Nice.
It's got 12 little pods of coffee in it, and white chocolate strawberry is in that, as well as the chocolate raspberry that we're going to try today. And
we tried to do like a box of chocolates for the most part.
Yeah, because like you can get a box of chocolates, which for me will add 20 pounds to my body, or this that will not add any pounds to my body.
Yeah, right. It was so funny. A woman stopped in the other day because you can stop into our world headquarters and buy beans. And I was like, oh, you can have a cup of coffee if you want. And these cups were up front. And she looked at it and she goes, like this much? And I'm like, no, they're real cups behind it. She was like, oh, okay.
We're only giving you 4 ounces at a time.
A tiny cup of coffee.
No coffee for me yet. Patti, gotta go get some coffee. I can't people without coffee in the morning. I just can't do it.
Honestly, I like a good cup of coffee at like 2 p.m.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is decaf, by the way, because if you haven't already figured out, I've had too much coffee already
this is
today.
Decaf?
Yeah. We usually brew
We
decaf
had great flavored decaf, everybody. Fantastic.
Are you
flavored
shocked?
Decaf.
I started brewing decaf.
And it's Swiss water.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I started brewing our decaf when we do our lives because at this point I've already had 2 cups and 1 is enough for me.
Wow.
2 gets me real
crazy.
Crazy. And so for the sake of my coworkers.
Oh, and
decaf.
We had some leftover of the little 2.5 bags from the subscriptions that we are trying to clear out before inventory.
Oh, yeah.
So those are all listed online on top of our Valentine's Day sale that ends today.
I think we just went through butterscotch pudding and Kentucky butter cake. I think we
have Kentucky butter cake.
Okay.
It's got a good name to it.
Pudding and
pudding,
butterscotch pudding and banana
pudding. Those are
but
two
I just
huge
listed
favorites.
4 more this morning.
And what are they? $2 a bag?
Yes,
$2.
because we just started trying to. We don't want to count them for inventory.
Yeah,
I know that sounds silly.
Yeah, no, honestly, because I count all the sampler bags. I always take one for the team and count the sampler bags, and I don't want to count those 2. We'll be there. We'll be here all day.
Jennifer says, "You know which one I bought?"
Yes.
I was like,
can you not say banana, Jennifer?
But banana pie I listed this morning.
That was a huge favorite too. Anytime we do a banana special, those go really well.
Yeah,
really well. And our next coffee of the month box theme has been released, which is New York City.
Yeah.
So, like Big Apple. And it's funny because I was reading a book and they talked about one of the flavors, one of the items, a lot in that book. And I started craving this item I've never had before. And then I stopped, put my book down, emailed myself New York City box, and that's how that came about. Fun how that works.
That Beanery pie and decaf. Well, there's some 2.5s in regular listed right now.
Yes,
as
grab
of this
that one.
morning.
Grab
I don't think there was a ton of them.
Cleanse my palate with espresso.
Only you espresso cleanse. I love that. We tried a Colombian coffee brand when we were in the airport, and Will had so many notes on the coffee because he's such an espresso snob.
Yeah, we stopped at a competitor on our way home from Holland because it was like the only stretch of anything.
Yeah, of course.
And it was one I honestly hadn't really had before. And no, it just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
I took a drink and I was like, oh, this is so bitter. I'm like, it should not be bitter.
I was at a restaurant on Sunday for my husband's birthday, and it's a really nice brunch restaurant. And I was ordering a caramel latte, and I asked so many questions about the espresso that my husband looked at me. He said, that was really a lot, for asking the waitress.
Hopefully no pizza rat flavored for NYC.
Pizza rat?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, they're good flavors.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I will say it was kind of hard to come up with the flavors, though, that weren't too similar.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're good.
Will your espresso machine?
Oh, you just got to go to California and get
I
that.
know, Patti. I know.
Pick it up.
I know. It'd probably be expensive.
Thanks for still thinking of me, Patti. I appreciate it.
All right. Oh, I guess maybe I shouldn't tell you what you're going to try next. Just try it. See what you think.
Something fruity.
You're probably not going to get it just because
my
of your poor
palate's not
cold.
great right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't spell it all.
Let's see if Will's got it. He doesn't drink flavored coffee, so.
I'm a bad describer of the flavors.
Okay.
It's got a fruit.
Yep, it's fruit. Actually, all of these ones today are fruit.
Okay.
Amaretto?
Which fruit? I couldn't tell
This
you.
one is chocolate cherry.
I was like,
Chocolate
it didn't
cherry.
taste as strong as amaretto.
Yeah.
I guess I could have cheated and just look at that.
You could have.
I didn't.
Thanks for playing along.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I love a good chocolate covered cherry at Christmas when they have like the Queen Anne's boxes.
Yeah.
So good.
We're a little bit on the light side. Okay, that's good feedback.
Mo says there was a rat seen dragging a piece of pizza around the subway in New York City, and people dubbed it Pizza Rat.
It's funny because we just had somebody buy 77 of the January ones because they loved it so much.
I saw that Monday night. I saw an order come in. I said, "Oh my gosh, what is this?"
I saw the order, so I actually asked Jessica to call her.
Yeah,
because this woman does place big orders, but they're never that big.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe she made a mistake. And so Jessica called her and she goes, "No, these are my favorite flavors I've ever had, and I know they're going away.
Yeah.
And please bring them back again."
Yeah.
Like,
If you guys
we'll
told
see.
me you were going to stop doing our espresso, I would buy 100 pounds of it and wheelbarrow it out of
Somebody
here.
just bought 88 bags of the 3-pound to get shipped to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh,
they like it.
seriously?
So, yeah.
How much shipping costs for that?
I don't even know. We have to get a new quote.
Man.
Not the flavor, just the weight. I see. Okay. We will report that to production.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
I
great.
thought you meant the flavor. I was like, wow, I thought those ones were really flavorful when we tried them, but you never know.
Yeah. No, for sure. Thanks for the feedback on that.
Getting a new coffee shop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Deborah.
Yeah. Nice to have
I
a
wish
coffee
it
beanery
was
nearby.
us. I wish it was us coming near you.
We've got 2 new ones opening. Well, one just opened locally, and then we've got another one opening hopefully in the next couple of months here too. We have a lot of coffee shops in Flint.
Yeah.
So have you guys
That'd be
been
nice.
watching the Olympics?
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with men's figure skating right now.
Right?
The guy who's doing backflips,
Ilia
Malinin.
I haven't seen him. I saw
He
the.
literally is
21 years
a
old.
back tuck on the ice.
Really?
Okay,
Yes.
so fun
Incredible.
fact, they banned it in 1977, the backflip, because they said it was too dangerous.
Yeah.
They said that you could start doing them in 2024. He's the only one who does it. that I've seen so far anyways. So everybody else like isn't doing them. He's winning just because his stuff is harder than everybody else's.
Yeah.
Like he's awesome.
That's like when Simone Biles was just so much better than
I love it.
else.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great year for sports of the World Cups in North America too this year. So that's going to be the biggest event in North America in the last 30 years.
And then the next Olympics is in LA.
Yeah, they just opened up the tickets.
Yeah.
You could like bid to like win the tickets or whatever.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the men's figure skating, awesome. My husband, I fell asleep watching curling. I don't get curling. I don't get like, let's do the ice relay, you know. I just don't really get it.
It would be so fun if they had those around, like where you could actually like.
They do. They have one in Saginaw because
really?
Bob, who used to work here, is huge into curling, and he's always loved it. And he's on a team now, and he loves it. So, I thought that was super fun. And then
sweeper ahead of them,
the women's snowboarding, Lindsey Vonn, that was really sad to see.
Oh, we were watching that.
Oh, my gosh. I was like, oh,
and
girl.
then she did a post where she's like, it's my fault. I was 5 inches too far to the side and caught that.
When you see like how much like air they get, and then when she was already kind of injured, I'm like, man, that's a lot.
I heard about the minion skate, but I missed it.
I didn't see that. I need to look that up.
We were at a gymnastics competition this weekend, so it was like hit or miss when we were back to watch stuff.
Yeah. It's nice to see. I'm trying to think if I've seen anybody else of what really just snowboarding, skiing, skating, the curling last night. Yeah. I don't think I've seen much of anything else so far. Maybe nothing else has been on.
The speed skating guys.
Oh, yeah. Hey, do you know one of the speed skaters? They said that she started it at the age of 24, I think it was 24, and she qualified like within 4 months.
Super late.
Yeah, like within 4 months. Like she qualified for the Olympics. And I'm like, what a story.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Amazing.
Read that. How do you stop Canadian bacon from curling in the pan?
Take away
their little brooms.
All right.
Dad jokes. I love it.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one, Melissa. I saw someone compare curling to Mom's panic-Swiffering before guests arrive.
That's so good, Melissa. I love that. When I turned 40, Melissa wrote some good, I'm going to call them mom jokes in my birthday card. I still have it in my office. I love that. I saw that. She's impressive. Yes, I could. I mean, can you imagine like 24 picking up an Olympic sport and then like qualifying?
That's wild.
Like 4 months later, like, oh, no problem. Like, I don't think she even knew how to ice skate. She was like an inline skater.
How do you just go from?
She was an inline skater, and then
just the right body anatomy for it.
Just click.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm proud of you. I'm sorry I don't know your name, girl, but I'm very proud of you. That's awesome.
So what big events do they have left then?
I don't know. I feel like it just started, so I feel like there's got to be a lot.
Probably almost over though.
Yeah, because is winter way shorter than summer?
Yeah,
I would think so.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
like the men's snowboarding is still to go.
Yeah.
Or something.
Could you imagine how fast curlers vacuum their house? It's funny because actually my 9-year-old was vacuuming the hallway the other day, and she was doing it super fast. And it was picking up like nothing. And I'm like, dude, you have to go slower. And she's like, but why?
Because you want to actually do the job.
It doesn't actually work. And it's really just the dog hair, right?
Right.
It's annoying.
Did I tell you we're drinking chocolate raspberry in this last cup?
I could tell it was raspberry.
Okay. Chocolate raspberry. Nice Valentine themed coffee. And it's really, they have pink labels and they're chocolate.
Yeah. Hockey starts today. Oh, okay. I wonder. Yeah. My husband loves hockey.
Yeah. Team USA and Canada. There's the rivalry
that's a big,
there.
That's a huge one for sure.
Will they fight? I love a good hockey fight.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
For sure.
Remember back in the day, like, and this is like the early 2000s, and we still, like, Detroit Red Wings has a problem with like the Colorado Avalanche. And like every time they played each other, you just expected a brawl.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it was like the whole Chris Draper thing.
Darren McCarty was fighting everybody once upon a time.
I'm not a sport person, but I watch it for that.
All the way to February 22nd.
Good to know.
I did not realize it was that long.
Yeah. Nice. Well, today's like the 11th, right? What's today?
And I think it's nice for everybody to have something, you know what I mean, to different to get excited about right now.
And nice to have some just like, country pride, Team USA.
For sure.
I wish that I had a talent at all to be an Olympic athlete just because I want their swag that they get. Have
Oh
you seen
my
their
gosh,
swag?
Insane.
Wow.
So tomorrow's like literally
Oh, you're looking at the schedule?
all day.
Nice. Love it.
Short
Women's USA hockey team.
What is
I saw
skeleton?
that. What a brutally physical game. Yes.
I don't know what skeleton is, but it's like.
No idea what skeleton
Yeah,
is. Anybody know what skeleton is?
So all the sports are alpine skiing, biathlon, bobsleigh, cross-country skiing, curling, figure skating, freestyle skiing, ice hockey, luge, Nordic combined, short track, skeleton, ski jumping, ski mountaineering, snowboarding, and speed skating.
Okay, we haven't seen bobsledding yet too, right?
And we were just in
Oh.
Jamaica too for the
Bobsleigh is on February 15th.
I want to
Cool
watch
Runnings.
Cool Runnings
Yeah.
again just to get
15
excited
Yeah,
about
for
this.
sure.
John Candy,
Yeah.
Jamaican bobsled.
Yeah, so that one hasn't started yet.
Oh, yes. And Snoop Dogg, obviously, is the USA's mascot there again to get everybody revved up, which is so
Nice.
exciting. I saw him get into a bobsled.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the one where they go face down on the ice and they say that their head is just like this close to the ice?
luge thing?
Is that what that is? They go
don't know.
head first on the
Oh,
ice
I don't
down.
know.
And I saw a video and it's like, yeah, okay. Deborah laying face on a sled and going down a track. But what is it called? Where they're like,
What is
their face is this close. Because I could
it's
not.
skeleton.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
what skeleton
Skeleton.
is.
Okay, so that's
Why? Because you become a skeleton?
February 12th.
Is that why?
Skeleton starts?
I'll tell you what. The absolute brass that you've got to have to do something like that.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
Terrifying.
Or the downhill skiing when you see, I saw one the other day. It was called like, I don't know, they were just going over like bumps while they're skiing. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like it was really aggressive bumps and it was like back and forth. And I'm like, there's my ankle.
Probably ski mountaineering.
There's
Something
my
probably
knee.
like that. Yeah.
Dead. Well, it looked like they like made like little triangle cones.
Yeah,
and
I
they
think
were
it's
going
probably
down
the
them.
ski mountaineering is what it is.
I would be broken in a pile if I tried that.
Well, they practice for a long time.
Oh, but also going back to Lindsey Vonn, did you see how they took her off the mountain?
They had an airlifter.
And she's dangling off of it, and like somebody's like hanging with her while she's just flying. Levels of fear unlocked. That's a thing. Like, no, take me all the way up. I don't want to dangle. Take me all the way up.
It's just sad. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Her injury list is crazy.
God bless her.
And I think that was supposed to be her last.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably done.
God bless her.
She's 41, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
feel you,
ancient
Lindsay.
for that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
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 Could you imagine? I mean, we'd be dead now,
Yeah.
let alone at 41.
For sure.
My neck, my back would be broken just like that.
Yeah. Crazy.
Not for me. I am
No.
not an athletic girl, but God bless all of you who are, because I am not the one.
So what was your favorite out of these this morning?
Going white chocolate strawberry.
I'm going to go white chocolate strawberry too.
Mhm.
I'm going to chocolate raspberry.
Okay. And a classic. Chocolate raspberry is the flavor we've had around the longest.
Yeah.
Followed by white chocolate strawberry. And then chocolate cherry is our new one that we released last year.
Chocolate cherry was good too.
Mhm. I like them all.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
they're
a
all
chocolate flavored person. I like chocolate flavored coffees.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely on Valentine's Day though, waking up, starting your day with the white
Yeah.
chocolate strawberry,
Yeah.
setting the mode, you know?
And it's the last day of our sale, 15% off, code
Yeah.
LOVE, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the code. So yeah, if you need something, if you're close, you might get it before Valentine's Day, which is Saturday. Not
Put code
expedite
Will
it.
in for an extra 5%.
My
We've gotta go make
Will
code
says
Will
that-
now.
That schema might be called mogul.
Oh,
did
bumpy ski ride where you can jump and avoid the. No, I saw somebody like going up and down, and it was crazy because it was just like aggressive the whole time.
The only, I mean, ski mountaineering, because I pulled up like the
Broke her
Google
tibia.
list.
Same leg as the ACL.
I don't know. Well, she says, was it the same leg as the
Oh.
ACL? I don't
She
know.
tried to say too that it had nothing to do with the ACL tear.
Well, and they cleared her to do it even with the ACL, which when I saw like what they were doing, I was like, that's
her-
aggressive.
She probably had so much endorsement money on the line. She's like, send it. You know what I mean? Take this leg. You know, this is her
Yeah.
retirement into the sunset.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, now or never, right? Go out with
well, those endorsements, they get more off that than the actual.
I was wondering that because like the 21-year-old Ilia Malinin, whatever his name is, I'm sorry if I'm probably saying his name wrong. He's 21.
Yeah.
His parents are both Olympic figure skaters.
Yeah.
But from like the 80s or 90s or something, right? So I'm guessing because like, okay, you can only live off the endorsements so long. And then I'm guessing that you probably go in the private sector and do like lessons or coaching or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Because obviously both of those parents must have trained him how to do what they do. But I was just like, like how long can you like live off of this until you have to like,
I mean,
but wouldn't you pay for your kid to take lessons from an Olympic athlete?
For sure. 100%.
Yeah, it's healing both legs would be horrible.
Oh.
You're right. At least having one you could get around.
Yeah, but both legs, no thank you.
So you said tibia?
Oh, I saw that. There was a kid I think he got gold. I thought he did, but I could be wrong. And I can't remember what sport he was, but there is a kid who's both of his parents passed away. I saw a picture of him holding a picture of his parents, but I've got to look into that. But yeah, what a thing to have to go out there and, keep moving on after a loss like that.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
It doesn't say if it's the same.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere, but.
Yeah. Poor thing. Ice skating. Okay.
Horrible.
Yeah. I always felt bad for the people. There was always a Japanese guy who had to go after Ilia Malinin, like skated. And that guy, I mean, the other guy did really good too, but he's just so good. He's so dominant that.
And he messed up and was so dominant.
Yes.
Which is wild.
Yes. Crazy. He's a men's skater. Okay. Yeah. Men's figure skating from Boston. Okay. All right. Does anybody know how he did? I'd love to know. I thought he did really good. I know U.S. skating did really good.
Yeah.
I guess everybody did. Yes. My pleasure, Bill.
You have a good week too, Bill. I know we probably need to get back.
Yes.
All right, Bill.
Offices as well.
Yes, so we will. But yeah, code love for 15% off for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right, everybody.